What's up guys, this is Bruno and Faye, and today we have a special topic that will kick your Instagram, YouTube and TikTok game up a few notches. And you can do it using just your phone.
First we gotta have a little chat though. Whenever the conversation comes up about video quality or just recording or taking pictures for your Instagram or TikTok, your personal YouTube, the most common response we get from people is, oh well, I'm not an influencer. Or I'm just filming for myself, I'm not that serious. So we're here to tell you that you deserve better than that. Just because you're doing something for yourself and not for some other people or some theoretical customer doesn't mean that it can't be the best quality you can possibly make it. Don't you want to look good in your videos? Don't you want to look good in your pictures? For yourself, not for somebody else, not for us, not for the audience, not for, imaginary sponsors, but to love your own self in your own videos and your own pictures. Today, we're gonna show you how with a few simple tricks and no special equipment required. While these tips are centered around figure skating, because that's what we do, they work just as well for rollerblading, skateboarding, or any other active discipline that you might want to record. If you're looking to go all the way out with your videos, the most obvious best solution is of course to hire a professional. Flying a nice perspective is gonna come with his stabilizers and lighting and all the gear, follow you around the ice while you channel your inner Gabriela Papadakis or Mariah Bell, and you're gonna get a gorgeous video as a result. No argument there, this is the best possible solution quality-wise that you can get. However, it's not really everyday friendly. So here's how you can make better videos on your own, on your everyday practice. This first one is pretty obvious, but we noticed that not everybody always thinks about it. And that's alignment. We're talking landscape versus portrait or horizontal video versus vertical. Certain alignments only work for certain social media platforms, but not as well for others. For example, if you're filming your video and you're planning to post it on YouTube or Facebook, it's best to record it in a horizontal way. Because if you post a vertical one, it creates this weird black stripes on the side and just doesn't look good no matter which way you turn your phone afterwards. Similar goes for vertical with Instagram and TikTok. You don't want to record horizontal videos if you're planning to post them on TikTok or on Instagram. You're gonna run into the same issue. You're gonna get huge black stripes on top and the bottom of your video, and the video itself will become very small, very far away, and very hard for people to see what actually is happening in it. So make sure you choose your alignment right for what you're filming your video for. Or if you're filming a video for a friend who asks you to, it's a common courtesy to ask if they want it vertical or horizontal.
These next one are the most common type of videos that we need to address. We nicknamed them skate mom videos. If you're a mom, you don't really have many options, so you're most likely recording behind the glass, far away and from a stationary position. If you're recording on the ice on your own or have a friend that you can ask to record, there's a few things you can do to make your videos better. So if you're skating on your own, try to skate close to the camera, try to not record from the other side of the rink where you're blending with other people. But if you have a friend, the videos always look better if he follows you around rather than just standing in a place recording you from a stationary position. But if you're a skating parent trying to record a child, there's not as much you can do. Some skilled parents, they get very creative, and what they do is they go on the door so they don't record behind the glass, and already makes the videos look way better.
You can also wait until your child skates closer to where you're standing to record what they're doing. That way they're a little bit closer to the camera and a little bit more zoomed in. That brings us to our next point. If you already have a video you want to post that's recorded from a little bit further away, or if you don't have a physical opportunity to get close enough to the skater to record them, you can always zoom the video in afterwards when you post it. You can easily do it whenever you're creating an Instagram reel just by dragging it out a little bit, or you can zoom it in any kind of video editing software, including the basic apps that are already included on your phone, like the iMovie, for example. Now let's talk about angles real quick. The most standard way we see people recording video is either somebody just stands there holding the phone in front of themselves at kind of the eye level or face level, or a skater puts the phone on the boards and has it recording whatever they're doing. It's fine, it works as long as you fit in the screen, but it does not look as interesting or as exciting. A simple trick to instantly make a video look better is to choose a lower angle. Generally, most activity-related videos look way better, way more epic, and way more dynamic when they're recorded from the lower angle. Especially if you're recording children, they're already shorter. So the videos of children on the ice tend to be filmed kind of a little bit from above, which makes a child look even more a child rather than a skater. We want them to look epic. We want them to look like they're doing something really exciting and look really cool doing it. And they can look instantly cooler if you just take your camera and lower it down from below their face level. And it applies to any skater. If you're recording somebody else or have a friend recording you, ask them to hold the phone or the camera a little bit lower and film a little bit from below. If you're recording yourself, try instead of setting your phone on the boards to set it directly on the ice and lean it on the wall or whatever you can lean it on. Just a simple angle change will instantly make your video look better, make it look more interesting, and make whatever you're doing in this video look more exciting and heroic, if you would. Another thing about angles is you always want to choose the one that showcases whatever you're doing on camera best. So for example, if you're doing a spiral, you probably don't want to film it from behind because you're not going to see much. Or if you're filming some kind of footwork, maybe your new mohawk sequence, or maybe your new fancy 3 turns. You don't want to film it from the top where you only see the head and the feet are kind of not in focus. So bottom line, make sure to always adjust your angle to whatever movement you're doing and hold it a little lower.
So the next point is stability, which is probably the most important thing when recording a skating video or any sports video. So a few common mistakes are holding the camera with one hand. Holding any kind of camera with one hand is obviously gonna make it shaky. There's no way around it. So what you wanna do instead is hold the camera or the phone with both hands and bring the elbows close to your body.
That will also solve the angle issue. Bringing the hands closer will automatically bring your phone or bring your camera a little bit down and create a little bit of a better angle.
So the more you hold the camera with your biceps, the more shaky it's gonna be. So you wanna bring the elbows really far back and try to squeeze them in so you never move the camera separately from the arms.
There's a technique there too. There's always a technique.
So the next common issue that makes the camera shaky is when the person recording tries to catch up to the person skating. Stroking always makes the picture shaking because the more you move, even if it's just your lower body, the camera is always gonna shake a little bit. So an easy solution to this one is actually gaining speed before you start recording. So what you wanna do is you wanna stroke, get your speed, get yourself in a position, start recording, and then you just glide along with the skater. So now let's talk about recording specific elements. Spins always look better when the person recording skates opposite direction from the spin. So if the spin is going to the right side, the person recording is gonna go to the left side. This will make the spins look way faster than they actually are. Also, it makes the video way more dynamic where the background is actually spinning and the skater is in the center of the screen. So now that we talked about the spins, we're also gonna talk about the jumps because that's the second favorite thing that everybody does. So the rule of thumb is the lower the camera, the higher the jump is gonna look.
A cool trick to record in any kind of traveling movement is to let the skater pass by you rather than follow them around. You can actually do either or both. They both make sense, but the video will make a lot more impact if you have a traveling skater, dancer, rollerblader, whoever you're filming, go towards you or away from you, or better yet, just pass you by and film from both directions. Watch these 2 examples for comparison. The last common scenario that we often film is any kind of stationary movement. Good example is a TikTok video when you just stay in place and do little choreography, or maybe you're filming the start of your program or end of your program where you're just posing or doing the initial movements that don't travel anywhere, don't spin, don't jump, don't go up or down. They are kind of just there. Obviously, the most common solution, most obvious solution is just stand in front of the person or put your phone in front of you and just stay in place, which is what we mostly see online. However, any kind of stationary object video, which in this case is probably you, will look that much better if you have person recording skate around you as they do it. Here's a quick example of how that can work. Once you finish recording your video, there are several things that you can do to improve it when you're actually posting it. The first and very obvious one, but we think it still needs a mention, is use filters. And we're not talking about the puppy ears or bunny nose or something like that here. We're talking about the basic inbuilt filters in Instagram, TikTok, and whatever app you're posting at that just help fix the general lighting, colors, brightness, these kind of issues. Ice rinks are notorious for having bad lighting. A lot of them don't have any windows at all or only a few windows in some places, so the lighting is inconsistent. It's often pretty low, so the videos often come out a little yellowy, looking a little dingy, and oftentimes to the point where it's actually hard to see what a skater is doing in them. An easy filter that you can choose when you're posting your story, when you're posting your reel, when you're posting your TikTok, can instantly make the same video look lighter, brighter, and just easier to watch. Another topic here that we thought was worth addressing is the slow motion videos. These days, pretty much every phone comes with an option to record slow motion videos. However, what happens as a result, we see a lot of videos that have been recorded in slow motion and then just posted straight away with whatever the phone has decided for you. Just in case you did not know, we wanted to point out that there's an option in every phone to look at your slow motion video after you record it and manually set the places where you want the slow motion part of it to start and end. That way you can highlight the actual movement you want to highlight without having to sit there excruciatingly waiting while you're through with preparation and finally get to your jump or to your spin or to whatever exciting movement you actually wanted to highlight with your slow motion video.
As a general rule, the videos always look better when there's a contrast. Especially when there's a slow-mo, it always looks better when it's attached to a faster movement. So what you want to do is you want to put a faster movement next to your slow-mo. It doesn't really matter if the slow-mo comes before or after, it also depends on the movement, but you want to combine these two.
And these are our main tips. If you want to go an extra mile, there's a little bonus we're going to throw in there. The videos always look more impactful when there is some sort of contrast, like we already mentioned with slow motion. So whenever you're recording, if you want to really kick it up an extra notch, try recording a detail to combine it with a full video so that you have a contrast of a close-up shot with a more general further away shot. For example, if you're recording somebody doing any sort of footwork, moves in the field, figures, try to record super close to their feet, to their blades maybe. If you record a new program, maybe some cool hand movement, maybe a face expression from really close up, and then record the same clip again like you normally would with a normal distance, and then combine these two when you're posting. Again, TikToks, Reels all give you option for basic editing for combining several clips together. So this is a very easy way, a very easy trick to really make the video pop and make it really impactful.
So guys, these were a lot of tips. We hope it was helpful and we hope it's gonna be helpful in our future videos.
If you found them helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. We have more useful videos coming your way, and we'll see you next week.